What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Ninja Galley. Today I'm going to show you how I barbecue steak. I got some T-bone steaks and I'm going to vacuum pack two and I'm going to cook two and I'm going to show you how I do it with my special recipe. Check it out. Hold up. The package said T-bone on the label, but these don't look like no damn T-bones to me. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to let them set out for about 30 minutes, 45 minutes, so they come up to about room temperature, and then I'm going to start dressing them up. In the meantime, I'm going to vacuum pack these other two. Alright, we'll put these in the freezer for later. So this is my favorite steak recipe for barbecue steak. I usually like to use ribeye, porterhouse, T-bones, and sometimes New York. I can already hear some of you say, a steak don't need nothing on it. Well, maybe that's true sometimes, but I like mine to be savory and flavorful, and I enjoy this flavor. So I'm going to use garlic powder, salt, pepper, cayenne pepper, basil, some paprika, and some fresh rosemary. And I got the butter out of the refrigerator, so it'll warm up also so I can smear it on that steak. I'll show you how I do it in a minute. Alright, so we got some softened butter here. I'm going to start with the butter on here. Just a light coat to help bind with the fat of the meat and make our seasoning stick even better. Light coat. Don't take a lot. So we're going to do the same thing to both sides. So I'll just show you this side, and then after that I'll flip it over and do the same thing to the other side. I'm going to add the salt. Everything light. Just a light coat of everything. Next, garlic powder. Next, paprika. Cayenne pepper. Black pepper. Just go a little more heavy on the black pepper than anything else. Next, basil. Next, we'll chop up some fresh rosemary. Now what this rosemary and basil does is gives it that savory flavor. But I always say rosemary is very pungent, so don't go crazy with it. Alright, let's put a little bit of this on here. Alright, now we flip these over. And repeat. Now that the steaks are dressed up, let's take a closer look at them. So there you see it, all seasoned up and ready for the grill. Let's go light the grill. Woo! That's a fire! So while the coals are getting ready, we're going to wash the mushrooms, trim the asparagus, cut the onion, because we are going to make sauteed onions and mushrooms with this, with asparagus and a salad. Now I'm going to chop the mushrooms and then I'm going to par cook them. I'm going to boil them in water for a short period of time just to release some of the water out of them because they hold a lot of water and I don't want all that water in the pan when I saute my mushrooms and onions. Now that the water's come to a light boil, we're going to add the mushrooms and we'll leave it in there for about a minute and a half, 2 minutes. and then strain it off. Now the mushrooms are ready to be removed, strained out, and allowed to cool. And now we par cook the asparagus. A very light boil for about 2 minutes. And now the coals are about ready to sear the steak on both sides, then remove it from the heat, throw in some applewood, and just briefly slow cook it. We want it to be pretty rare. Once that applewood starts burning, I'm going to put the lid on it, tamper down the heat a bit, and then we'll finish them off with a little bit of slow cooking and flavor from the applewood. Alright, that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and slap these babies back on there. Give it about 45 seconds on each side. Alright, let's give those a flip. Turn them over. Alright, those are looking good. Let's pull those off. Alright, so while these steaks are cooling, we're going to saute some mushrooms and onions, and then we're going to saute the asparagus, and then we will eat. Alright, let's do this. First, butter. Then onions. Now we're going to add the mushrooms. And some salt and pepper. Now we're going to mix it around, mix it around. Alright, that's looking pretty good. Looks good. Let's go ahead and put that on the plate. Back on the heat. Let's put some of this olive oil in the pan. About 2 tablespoons. Drop our asparagus in there. Mix it around, like so. Little salt, little pepper, little garlic powder, little mix it around. Calling that done. Now there's only one thing left to do. Let's get fat. If you could only smell this, this is going to be a delicious meal. The sauteed onions and mushrooms and the asparagus. Ooh, baby, this is going to be good. Only thing left to do is pour a glass of wine. Because when you're having a good steak, it's nice to have some good Zinfandel and OZV. As you know, wine is different every year, but they've been pretty consistent of making a nice bottle of wine that goes perfect with the steak. Alright, let's get into it. And I know, I'm about to commit another sin. I don't care what you think, what you say. I gotta have my A1 sauce. I love it on my steak. If you don't, that's fine. But I do. Let's see what we're working with here. Ooh, a little overcooked. Ooh, it's not bad. I like it a little more rare, but let's give it a taste. I like it a little more rare, but that's pretty good. Cheers. Very tender. Delicious. Oh yeah. That's how steak is done. Perfect. Perfect. Yes. And then masticate. I'm feeling quite insipidous. Yo, Ninja can cook. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So good. Ow. With the onions. Mushroom. And back here, like this. Perfect. Nailed it. I'm telling you, check it out, try it. It's delicious. Thanks for hanging out in the Ninja Galley. And until next time, stay fishy, of course, but also stay well fed. Get fat, baby. Cheers. Thank you for watching. If you like my recipe, you like my videos, please like and subscribe and share and all that good stuff. I appreciate you hanging out, checking out my videos. It's time for me to go because I got to get on top of this. Cheers. We'll see y'all later. Stay fishy and stay fed.